Oh, we are so freaking back. Bitcoin at $63,125. Ethereum back above $1,800, even though today it kind of slipped up a little bit. BNB back up, XRP back to almost $1.20, and Solana also back to $82. One of the most interesting plays is Hyperliquid, which actually is down today, and that brings me to an interesting point. The best gainers of today are actually up in the double digits, with EtherFi up 16.5%. 𝗕𝗘𝗪𝗔𝗥𝗘 in the second position being up 12% and Cardano in the third position being up 10%. Pretty freaking good to see. Now, one thing that I didn't note upon yesterday that a lot of you guys were crazy about in the comment section is that we've got some crazy meme coin gainers that are actually on the second or third page, and these are also huge crypto coins. Like right now, the entire top list is really not that fascinating. It's mostly just the coins that we kind of forgot about, especially in the meme coin category, that are all of a sudden going absolutely nuts. And here's the kicker. This is also, funnily enough, making a lot more coins go crazy because coins are going crazy. May sound kind of stupid, may sound kind of odd, but the coin we covered, for example, over the past couple of days being the most trending, within brackets, Memecoin, 𝗕𝗫𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 by one of the most famous crypto content creators, right? Getting crazy volumes, $116 million worth of volume, actually being just behind Lab, which by the way also was in a very big predicament. A lot of people are not happy with this coin, but that's that's a story for a different day. Regardless here, a lot of people are talking about this right now because it's up so much. And what I decided to tell you guys over the past couple of days was whenever we see some meme coins, some altcoins that are able to sustain gains for a prolonged period of time, and it sparks up new subcoins going absolutely crazy, and that momentum coincides with a slight Bitcoin pump and altcoins now falling whenever there is a slight correction, sometimes leads to crazy sustained gains. And so today, we are again seeing a reflection of that, which is why I literally 2 days ago said that I'm going to load up a massive account to start buying, with the exact level being 57.5 thousand. The problem was, it's a long story, but if you guys know something about traveling, you know one thing. You sometimes don't have access to every single one of your accounts. And there's no segue, it's just I could buy in small chunks, or maybe just add a little bit to my, where's my beefed up account here a little bit. Let me quickly see if I still have one open. We could have added a little bit to this account right here, but it doesn't look as clean because we already have a couple of different longs open, so it's not as fun to add, right? It's not as fun to add to an XRP position, for example, that's already down $520,000. This was worse though before. I'm not sure if it hit $6,000 in the minus yet, but I'm telling you guys right now, people may be laughing, but I really think soon enough, this position will be up at least $1.5 million or something like that. Should have been buying more at these bottoms, but hey, you never know. And at some point, you just got to commit to the freaking story and wait it out. Just like with Hyperliquid, we've been waiting for a long time, right? Ever since I think October or so. But this one trade that we only put $40,000 into is now $44,000 in the P&L. As a matter of fact, it says right there 175% on the Hyperliquid trade. So definitely also not too bad. Anyway, really, now we get back to that part of the crypto market where the theory matters more than what you do in practice. And that basically means right now, again, we've gotten a little bit of confidence. So what is the theory surrounding this? It is that the first half of the year of 2026 is over. We were more bearish for the first, let's call it 8 to 10 months of this year because of these midterm years, because of everything we stated with regards to the halving cycle. But right now, and this may sound crazy to some, but we've got a little bit of a twist. We've got something changing. I stated before, July 1st is the day where all the selling basically ends for us consumers, and we really have to pivot towards buying. Not financial advice. There's still, of course, some potential for a further lower BTC, but it makes more sense to start layering in. Hence our talk of buying at 58,000, and that turned out to be a local bottom. This is not a, I knew it was going to be a local bottom, as obviously nobody knows for sure. But even as of this point, if you did not still buy in, this is not the point where you go crazy on the FOMO. All that's being showcased right now is that it does make sense again to try some altcoins, to try and buy into some of the gains, to try and buy into the momentum, because the last couple of weeks you never had the chance to. Every single time we saw some momentum, it quickly got shut down. One of the only ones of the altcoins that had sustained momentum was Hyperliquid, which is this, well, I guess the most famous decentralized exchange right now that could, theoretically speaking, do really well for the token in bear markets, bull markets every time, which is obviously why the token is doing so well. But like I said, this may now change. In previous cycles, though, if we look back at it, and this is one thing that's coming from the heart here, and I've been making videos for over a decade now on this channel, right? On this channel I've made since a long time, but crypto-wise a decade now. One thing I'll tell you, it goes so fast the moment it starts to rise. October 2024, and I feel sometimes like a freaking PhD candidate in crypto newsologics, because I've made 7,000 videos probably on crypto news, so I know my freaking facts. October 2024, when all of a sudden XRP started going on a crazy run, and some of these meme coins started popping off. The first couple of days, Bitcoin really didn't see that many gains just quite yet, but I noticed it, funnily enough, in TikTok trends. All of a sudden, crypto TikTok was starting to become a thing. All these meme coin traders started to pop off. My Discord, which right now doesn't have that many people, all of a sudden always had 200 people in voice chats every single second of the day. People discussing what crypto to look into, what crypto to buy. You notice those things and realize, okay, the momentum is starting to pick up. And even though Bitcoin was not reflecting it, that's when we bought in heavily. I'm going to warn you guys, if all of a sudden some altcoins get a crazy drop, some new news or something wild, like Ansem, for example, taking massive profits, even though it's not that big a coin and shouldn't actually influence Bitcoin too much, just like some of the most recent kind of shady projects like Lab and a couple of others really have all of a sudden done massive pumps. If they dump 50% in a day, like Lab yesterday, it doesn't really do too much, right? Sometimes it can shift though. When most of the momentum is riding on a couple of good coins and a couple of coins to bring the momentum and the hype for the community, if all of a sudden those fall, sometimes the entire market can crumble pretty quickly afterwards. Or if we see yet another crazy massive slash in the stock market, this could cause the crypto market to have another meltdown. On the short term though, what you see again today though, is again the fact that the tides have shifted, because the last couple of months we have not seen this type of move anywhere. I'm going to say the last time was basically just before May, and the last 2 months has been nothing of this sort really. The last month exactly on its own has been really, really bad. But to be a bit more specific here, as you can see, so the 4th of May, right, was the end of the rush from before. In this rush, however, really altcoins didn't do well at all. It was a very logical resistance as well, and as at this point it was a very logical support to find, sure, but really the bigger question is, will we be able to take out that previous top that we made a couple of weeks ago? That is specifically the $65,000 or $66,000 top. Are we able to take that out and start trending further, or are we going to get resisted? And you can see here clearly this has been the most important level all the way since March, and actually in the past, in 2024, we also ranged around this level on multiple occasions. Here, this is the level to watch. Today, specifically today, because tomorrow is Sunday, we may see ourselves a weekly engulfing candle. That's basically where this green candle right here overtakes the red and actually closes above the red. And you can see here we have to look at the opening. So that in this case here will be $63.3 thousand. If we're able to close this week above that level, things are starting to look really, really good again for Bitcoin, but more importantly for altcoins, because those are the ones I'm mostly watching. As I can tell you one thing, 99% of the people in the crypto market here, especially if you're watching this video, will most likely make a fortune on altcoins, but they'll most likely make it in a very short amount of time, and the majority of time is just spent waiting for the right opportunities. But I've done the analysis, I've done tens of thousands of dollars worth of tokens spent on this, and if you look at the compute I've spent on coming up with these numbers, it's crazy. Let me just tell you, buy and hold really beats a lot of stupid ass strategies of trying to time the market. If you're a trader and you're able to take advantage of these opportunities, that will beat anything, right? Especially if you've got a couple of calculated buys, because the moves that you're able to take advantage of are just insane. But buy and hold is also not really a bad thing to get acquainted with, especially when you look at prices like this, you start to see momentum again. And most people think, no, Dusty, but when the market is up, you shouldn't buy again, right? Two different theories of investing. One is value investing. You buy something at a really good discounted rate, a good price in comparison to the past. And the other is you buy something that's doing well because you expect it to do well more, because usually the trend that's going on continues. And that's, I wanted to explain some other biases and stuff, but that's not important for today. Just wanted to say good day. right? And usually good days are rewarded with more good days, especially if every single time Bitcoin does crack back down, the altcoins do not really go back down as much. And if there's a good underlying backing, like for example, another massive Memecoin run, and it's slowly starting to build. Again, we're still in that fragile phase, but I'm seeing some of the hints like we saw back in 2024. And today, or actually the last couple of days here, Cardano has been popping off. What if all of a sudden Cardano here is that coin that is going to do what XRP did back in 2024 and all of a sudden go on a massive sprint? Or perhaps it's something else that we've not seen before, but really out of all, Cardano seems to be the best one in town. Anyway, I wanted to quickly share my thoughts on the matter. If you guys are looking for an exchange to trade on, make sure you check out the links down below. And if you're looking for these AI trading type of tips, also first link down below. And I'll see you guys again in another crypto video somewhere tomorrow.